So no student loans, no credit card debt, no car payment, just paying off your parents' house, which will pretty much become your house. I don't, man, this is amazing. I'm speechless. I don't believe that I've ever met someone at your age that, doesn't have any loans or like a big amount that they have to pay every single month. Cecilia, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you for asking. Thank you so much for allowing us to have an interview with you. I truly appreciate your support to the Moneymalistic channel.
Thank you.
So, where are you from?
I was born in Hermosillo, but I'm from Yecora. It's a little town
Okay.
4 hours away from Hermosillo.
Oh, nice. And you're currently living here in the U.S. in Arizona.
Yes.
All right. How long have you been living here?
18 years.
Okay. And what is your favorite thing about Arizona?
I love how we have a little bit of everything. Like it's desert, but we also have trees. I like, well, the weather, it's hot but it's also cold. So,
Yeah.
And it's close to Mexico. So,
Do you have a favorite season?
not really.
All of them are good then?
Well, my least favorite is summer.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, that's good. All right. So what do you do for a living?
I'm an interpreter and I'm a cosmetologist.
Oh, wow. How long have you been doing them for?
Cosmetologist for 6 years and interpreting for 4 years.
4 years, okay. When it comes to interpreting, what is your least favorite thing about it, or like the challenging thing about that job?
I would say when there's like sad situations that we have to interpret. That's like tough.
Oh yeah.
I started my first job was at the juvenile court, and it was really sad. Like being with kids, like the sad stories, not being able to like do anything to help them.
Do you recall any situations where you were like, oh my God, like he's about to pretty much, spend the rest of his life or her life there? Or
No, but like not like that, but there's like kids come in ready to like be adopted, and like something happens that day and like they don't get adopted. So that's like really sad. Like they're all excited to go to a new home or like start a new life, and then
so it was not about like interpreting for jail or prison.
no, it was the juvenile court for like mostly kids. I mean, there's also cases that kids do bad stuff and stuff, but for me, like the hard cases were little kids that hoping they were getting adopted or.
Okay. Now, what would you describe as your favorite thing about that job?
Being able to help families understand what's going on, like be able to communicate with other people in their language.
Okay. And now, switching to the cosmetology career, what is the most challenging thing?
I guess not being able to meet the expectations that a person has. It could be like maybe, how we all have our styles, we have our personalities, and I don't know, it's also important that you go to the person that you feel it has like the good fit for you.
Have you ever had customers that were not like fully satisfied with your work? Because I mean, I've seen your work on your page and it looks really, really good. I
Thank
think
you.
you're very talented.
No, not really.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite thing about it?
Being able to see how like other women feel better with themselves after like seeing their makeup or after seeing a lash lift or any service that they do with me, like being able to just feel better with themselves.
All right, that's great. Now, what social class were you growing up?
I would say middle class.
Were there any challenges growing up as a middle class?
Not really. Like, I mean, my parents never I'm pretty sure they had some struggles at some point, but they never told me and my brother like if they were struggling or something.
You never
We
got
never-
to notice then.
Yeah, we never noticed anything.
So you have a brother then, and both they were both like, "Hey, we have it all then."
Yeah, pretty much.
Would your family talk about money in general?
Um, yeah, because they have a small business in Mexico, so we would hear about money like all the time, but not necessarily like money that had to do with like us personally.
Oh, it was more about how to run a business rather
Yeah.
than personal finance. Do you recall your first interaction with money?
Yeah, they're at the family business,
Okay.
like helping my parents.
What was it about the business? Like, what do they have? What is their business?
It's a small store like for construction.
Oh, like a hardware store?
Yeah.
Okay. And then right there, like, did you get to maybe do some like inventory or like taking
Yeah.
orders? And is that like when you first got, did you used to get paid or?
No, well, we wouldn't get paid, but we knew that by helping, we would be able to get stuff that we wanted.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
So right there, could you elaborate a little bit more about your first interaction with money? Was it like during a transaction or maybe someone gave you like a bill or?
Yeah, it was like being there for a customer. Like they bought something and my mom said, "Oh, take the money." Like, and yeah, like selling something.
You were never like, oh, it's mine now.
No,
What is the best financial advice you've ever received and who gave you that advice?
I would say my parents. They always told me to spend my money in experiences or something that I enjoy doing, something that makes me happy, like traveling, like food, or more spend my money more in experiences than something materialistic.
Okay. Let's talk about traveling. Can you tell us more about your trips?
Yeah, I always travel to Mexico and I've been to Europe. I went with my friend. We went backpacking. That was interesting. We went after I graduated the UMA. She was going to study abroad over there. And she decided to go almost a month before so she could travel, so she could focus on school while she was there. And I was there for 22 days. And we traveled a lot.
Yeah. How many countries do you remember?
We went to 9 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah, some of them we went to Spain, we went to Italy, we went to the Czech Republic, Hungary, Croatia.
You got to see a lot of Europe then.
Yeah.
How much did you spend on the entirety of the trip?
And this was before COVID, so it was a lot cheaper than now, but the whole trip, it was like 2,600.
9 countries, 22 days, and for that amount of money, I think
Yeah.
that was a great deal then.
Yeah, and once again, we went backpacking, so we didn't have like a lot of
Like no hotel. It was mostly like a hostel. Okay.
hostels and Airbnbs.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Now, you also mentioned that you enjoy culinary experiences or eating out. Can you recall your favorite dish?
My favorite dish, we were at the Czech Republic, and they had this like soup that it reminded us a lot of like Mexico.
Oh, wow.
So like we were there for like, I think it was like 15 days already, and like we missed like Mexican food. And that was really good. Like that was a really good experience.
Oh, nice. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, what is the worst financial advice you've ever received and who gave you that advice?
Worst advice. I mean, I don't think I've had like a bad advice directly, but just seeing other people spend money like on things that I wouldn't spend money, I think I just pay attention to that and try not to do it.
What are some of the items that you personally would not buy?
I wouldn't say not buy, but like not spend too much money on. I would say purses, um, clothes, like expensive clothes. Or, I mean, shoes, but I do buy some shoes. And I mean, I do buy purses too, but not like crazy expensive ones. Like, I'd rather have money in my purse than have the expensive purse.
Okay. Have you seen any relatives, family members, or friends that have spent a lot of money on those things?
Yes. I've seen friends buy purses that I don't think I even have enough money to buy those purses.
What's the most expensive one?
Like $3,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you recall the brand or no?
No, I'm not really good with brands, so.
Okay. All right. So now, what is the best financial decision you've ever made?
I think not having credit cards, it would be a good decision. Also, going to JTED school for cosmetology, which I didn't go in depth to go to school, and because I went to JTED, which is a program for public schools.
It is during high school, right?
Yeah, it is during high school. And actually, since I live far from where the school was, I didn't start, because you're supposed to start your sophomore year. No, junior year. Then you go junior and senior year to the program. And I wasn't able to do it. And when I graduated, they opened up a program that it was the first year, that it was for high school graduates and people with GEDs. And it was like a whole year, but you had to have your high school diploma or GED.
Now, you mentioned that you have no student loans in a way.
Mm-hmm.
How much was your school then?
My cosmetology school was like $250 or $260.
No way.
And that was including the book.
If you would have not done the JTED program, if you would have gone to cosmetology school right after high school, how much would that have been?
I'm not exactly sure, but it's like around $20,000 around there.
So it's definitely a big difference then.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, you also mentioned that a good thing or a good financial decision is not to have credit cards. Why do you think that is the case for you?
For me, because I think having a credit card, I would be buying those purses that I don't buy, you know? I mean, I just think I would spend a lot more money than what my income is.
Okay. What would you consider like your biggest expense right now? Or like, I mean, housing or like a car, anything along those lines?
Right now, I don't have any. Well, I'm paying for my parents' house that I live there.
Oh, nice.
But my car is paid off, and I don't want to get a new car until later on. Yeah.
What do you drive?
I drive a Camry, Toyota Camry.
Nice. I mean, it's a very reliable car, so you definitely have to, we'll have that running for a lot of while.
Yes.
So, no student loans, no credit card debt, no car payment, just paying off your parents' house, which will pretty much become your house. Man, this is amazing. I'm speechless. I don't believe that I've ever met someone at your age that, doesn't have any loans or like a big amount that they have to pay every single month. How do you feel about that?
I feel good because now that I see a lot of people struggling paying their student loans, and when I went to the U of A, I didn't get any student loans. Well, I got FAFSA, and the rest my dad paid for it, so I didn't have to get any.
So okay, now I understand, and I'm so sorry I got lost. So you went through cosmetology school during your high school years, and then after that, you still went to college.
Yeah, well, actually, I graduated high school, and I went to cosmetology school at the same time that I was going to college.
Oh, wow. And then at the U of A, that's where you got your degree for the interpretation job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started at Pima, and then I transferred 2 years after.
And that also helped you save a lot of money then on the first years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because for Pima, FAFSA covered everything, but then for the U of A, it was like half.
Okay. But still,
Yeah.
you got it paid.
Yeah.
Wow. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh my God. That is amazing, honestly. Now, is there any bad financial decision you've ever made?
Not really, but I would say after I graduated from cosmetology school, and actually after graduating the U of A, I took a course for lash extensions, which is, I mean, it was before I started like working and all that, so I invested my money in the lash extensions, but I didn't like doing them, so that was a loss, I could say, for me.
How much did you pay on the course?
It was like $1,000 around there. A little, I think it was a little more.
I mean, I must say that you're like extremely good with your money. Like, I mean, are you currently investing, maybe doing real estate or stocks, anything along that?
No, not right now.
Okay. Alrighty. Now, I mean, you mentioned that a bad thing is that you spend around $1,000 on an extension of lashes, like a course, right? Have you had any really, really good classes or courses that you've paid that have actually allowed you to increase your business? Because I mean, that's another great thing to say, that you have your two jobs, right? Like your cosmetology is like your own business. So when it comes to that, have you had any course that helped you, like achieve a specific amount of clientele, or like that allow you to have something very unique on the market?
Yeah, I try to go to classes like every year. With the beauty industry, you have to be like up to date. I try to take classes every year to be up to date with beauty. So, and actually, when I was going to cosmetology school, they took us to like this beauty event, and that's where I bought my first nail machine to like dry the nails. And that was like a really good investment, because while I was going to the U of A, I would do like my friends' nails and stuff like that, and I would like help to pay for books or for gas to go to the U of A. And
how much was your little machine? I mean, that's what got you started then?
Yes, it was like a started kit, and it was like $97.
Wow. And how much would you say that machine has generated for your business?
I would say like around from $10 to $1,500.
That is pretty good. I mean, a very small investment turned into a profession, and it has allowed you to make it all the way to where you are right now. Now, how would you describe your relationship with money?
I would say with respect.
Okay. What do you mean by respect?
I mean, I try not to get too crazy when I have like a lot of money on my hands, or not get like confident if I have the money. And like, because with my industry, like you can work a whole week and like have a lot of income, but then the week after you can have no clients at all. So it's like a learning how to balance.
Oh yeah. There's not like recurring income on a weekly basis then.
Yeah, no.
What would be your dream when it comes to your business? What would you like to have in the long term?
I want to have like my own, because I go to people's houses.
Okay.
So I would like to have like my own car that I can go, but like work from the car.
Or even have your, you want to have like a little bus and
like a mobile salon. Yeah.
Would that be better than having a brick and mortar building?
No, I don't think it would be better, but that's just something that I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been working extremely hard, so I think like within a couple of years you will definitely get there.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll be able to have you back, and then, you'll be driving on that one.
Yeah.
Would you consider that you're comfortable with your current financial situation?
Yeah.
Is there something that you would like for, in the near future that would allow you to have a better life or even a better relationship with money?
Yeah, I think being more organized with my money, like paying more attention to what I spend in regards of my business. Because I mean, sometimes we like, oh, my lash glue is gone, so I have to buy another one. Like, pay attention to the little things that we buy and like write them down. So I have like a better,
Like a budget in a way.
yeah.
Okay. I can definitely help you with that. I have an Excel that I can give to you, and I use it every single day. So, all right. Now, if you could go back in time and change one financial decision, which one would it be and why?
I would say start my credit history before.
Okay. So, going back to one of the questions was like it was like your worst financial decision, and or like your best financial decision. Where you mentioned that it was not having credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you currently have one, or you've always avoided
No,
them?
I don't have credit cards.
Why is that? What do you think about them?
I don't know. I guess I can't really say I'm against them or I'm like in favor of them, but I just don't really know how they work. So I just don't have any.
Okay.
I just have my debit card.
I mean, it's definitely something that you could look out for, later on. But yeah, personally, I believe that they're a good financial vehicle or like a way to support you.
Yeah, I think that's something that I would do. Like if I could go back in time, like be informed of how like credit cards work and maybe get a credit card way before.
All right. So now we're going to go over our first segment or section called Would You Rather. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this one. And you're going to have to pull 5 numbers one at a time. And based on the number that you get, I want to ask you a question. So whenever you're ready.
9.
Number 9. And they just tell us to the side. That works. Thank you. Okay. Cecilia, would you rather work from home while a rock band is playing in your garage for your whole shift, or work at the office where you cannot leave your desk other than to eat or use the restroom, but your boss is super nice?
Work at the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go crazy with the noise.
I'm a little similar to that. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's go over the second one.
8.
Number 8, favorite number. Would you rather stay in your current job forever or change careers completely every year?
Stay in my career forever.
If you had to pick one between cosmetology or the translating job, which one would you pick?
That's a hard question. Because I managed to do both because I like do my own schedule. So I managed to do both at the same time. So that's hard.
It's fine. You keep both then.
Yeah.
All right. We'll leave it to that then. Let's go over the third one.
20.
Number 20. Would you rather have a small savings account but earn a lot of money, or earn a very little money but have a big savings account?
I would say have like less money in my savings account and
Earn it. Earn a lot of it.
money. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would be spending it like I would travel and
You would be doing things that you enjoy,
yeah.
and you would still have little.
I don't
but
want
you
to
would have
savings.
some.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over the fourth one.
15.
15. Yeah, this one is a good one for you. Would you rather go to jail for 10 years for stealing a $1 million, but you get to keep it when you get out. Or be on the run for the rest of your life with none of the cash, but you get to avoid jail.
I would say avoid jail.
All right, so then that means that you would be on the run,
Mm-hmm.
but again, like you would avoid going. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a reason why, or?
I don't know. I think I'm just scared of going to jail. Like, I think that, and being in jail and then getting out and having the money, but what are you going to do with the money if you already like wasted so much time in jail?
I mean, yeah, it definitely takes, 10 years of your life for $1 million. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's go with the last one.
25.
25. Would you rather loan money to your parents but not get it back, or loan the money to a stranger and get your money back times 2?
Give it to my parents and not get it back.
Excellent. You're a very family-oriented person,
Yes.
and I think like your parents have done so much for you.
Yeah. It would be just like me giving back so much of what they gave me.
Awesome. I like that answer. I always like when people talk about, family or like relatives, even friends, they have that brotherhood or like friendship with them. I really like when people talk about that. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go over our second segment. This one is called What Do You Think? It is on opinions and thoughts on money. Same process of 5 papers or 5 numbers. Whenever you're ready.
22.
22. What do you think? Does money buy happiness?
No, but it can make you happy.
Okay. Keeping it short, but to the point.
Yeah.
Let's go over the second list.
18.
18. At what point in time should we move out of our parents' house?
I think it depends on you and your family. I mean, you can be with your parents like maybe for the rest of your life and be happy if that's what, like if you're still being successful but living at your parents' house.
Yeah. If you have to come up with an actual event or age, what would you say?
Well, I would say if you get married, don't live with your parents. Like if you're by yourself, like that's what I mean, that you can be with them. Like, but I don't know. I don't see like having a healthy relationship being with like your parents and your husband and then build your own family at the same place. Yeah.
All right. Let's go with the third one.
28.
28.
All the big numbers.
Yeah. Okay. What are some pros and cons about reading financial literacy books? And I can elaborate on the question if you have any.
I mean, pros is that you can be more informed and learn how to work with money. Like, I don't really. Well, I guess a con can be that you can get stressed out if you don't have the money that you're learning about.
Okay. All right. Definitely a different answer. So I like that. All right, let's go with the fourth one.
10.
Number 10. What do you think? Should we talk about how much money we make?
Like in general?
Yeah. I mean, not like, at the dinner table with people, but like maybe with other people that are on the same industry or people that you get to hang out. That would be nice if you're like, oh, hey, I make this and this is what I do for a living. Do you feel that that's something that we should be doing or we should keep it to ourselves?
Well, it depends, like, and the way that you're saying it, like, if you're, because I think there's ways to talk about money. Like, a lot of people can just talk about money like to make others feel bad, like I make more than you, or I mean, but it can be good if you're like if you we're in the same industry and I talk about how much money I make, like for example, doing makeup, and then there's somebody else that wants to know, like, to know how to charge or how much, or maybe that's a good idea.
All right.
I think it just depends on like the way you talk about it.
All right, let's go with the last one.
11.
Number 11. What do you think? What are the top 3 financial goals that everyone should have?
3 financial goals. I think one should be don't spend more than like what you get, than you make. Another one. Don't spend a lot of money on unnecessary things. And third, try not to be on debt.
All right. Excellent. So finally, to wrap it all up, is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience? Do you have any final thoughts?
Well, I would say to spend your money like doing whatever makes you happy. Like if you enjoy exercising, buy something to exercise or go travel. I think traveling, it's a really good way to spend your money. I personally don't have like a lot of savings, but I try to travel even if it's an hour away or just go visit family, and I don't see it like a waste of money. I see it like investing my money in something I like doing.
Excellent. Cecilia, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You took the time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please support the channel by subscribing, commenting, and liking the video. The question of the day is the following. Let me know your opinions, thoughts, comments, and constructive criticism in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next video.